So Luka Doncic made his return to Dallas tonight and had 45 points. And the argument I heard from Dallas fans after the trade first happened was Dallas should be fine and that it's going to work in their favor. And somehow Anthony Davis is still reliable number one option. Yet here we are in April. Kyrie Irving's out for the year, ACL injury, and who knows if he'll ever be healthy again. And Dallas, yeah, they have a nice roster, but who won this trade? Let's just be honest. Is Nico Harrison still a great GM? Do you still want this owner running your organization? And it's just sad, to be honest. I mean, you see the what happened tonight with the crowd where they were cheering for Luka Doncic. It wasn't just Lakers fans, it was Dallas fans cheering for Luka. And again, it's embarrassing if you're a Mavericks fan. 45 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, 7 3-point makes. He shot 57% from the field. I mean, it's just unreal that Dallas thought this was a great idea. And then you have Mark Cuban exchanging, love with Luka Doncic. And even Mike Breen, shout out to him. He was acknowledging the crowd's chant for Fire and Nico. I thought that was absolutely hilarious. And man, this is just a disaster of a trade. 31 points in the first half. I mean, unbelievable. The emotions are, you could tell Luka didn't want to leave Dallas. There's no doubt about that. And this trade will go down as the worst trade in NBA history until something else happens or might happen in the future. Right now, this is the worst trade. You could try to justify Anthony Davis to me all day long. You could say Luka Doncic out of shape. But as of today, Dallas is fighting for a play-in spot. Now, I understand Anthony Davis got hurt after the first game. Kyrie Irving's out for who knows how long. But we try to tell you guys, this was going to be a disaster. Anthony Davis can't stay healthy. Kyrie Irving, he has good years. He has other years where he's not durable. And somehow we thought this is a great idea. I saw something else here. Patrick doesn't know basketball, and he knows he doesn't. I thought this was Centene, but no. An anonymous source on Dallas Mavericks owner Patrick Dumont. Again, imagine going from the Western Conference Finals or the NBA Finals last year to the play-in spot. And if you thought that Luka Doncic was going to be traded, great job in that prediction, but I don't think any Dallas fan thought they would go from NBA Finals. And the sole reason why they're in the playing game is because you trade away a top 5 generational talent. That's insane to me. So, again, I think how the owners might fix this is to sell the team and then ship it off to Las Vegas as way of taking ownership. Because seeing Nico Harrison tonight, he wasn't even sitting in the crowd because, again, why would you even decide to do that? Especially we know the hatred that fan base has towards Nico Harrison. Now, I don't want to just put it on Nico. It's also on the ownership of this dreadful organization. And for the owners of the Dallas Mavericks, this is a disaster. It's embarrassing and a travesty. So going forward, if you want to still say, the Dallas Mavericks might still have a chance next year, good luck. Because if Kyrie Irving can't get healthy, and again, it's unfortunate what happened to him, but you had to expect something to happen, especially the way they were speaking negative about Luka, saying that, he can't stay in shape. He doesn't care about taking care of his body. And then he goes and does this, and this is your guy you got in return. I mean, yikes. I know he got doubled, but again, at the same time, and I know Kyrie didn't play, this is just not the look you want if you traded for Anthony Davis. But yeah, it's just incredible what Luka did tonight. Hopefully next time he goes to Dallas, he'll give him like a 60-point performance or, breaks Kobe Bryant's record in their building. That would be hilarious. He's already scored, I think, 73 in a game. So that is possible. So yeah, it's just funny here, like saying Dallas won the trade just to Kobe. You didn't win the trade. And we're not even in the playoffs yet. And imagine what Luka's going to do then. And yeah, it's just unbelievable what happened here. And yeah, I agree. Nico deserved this. The owners deserve this. And it's just unbelievable that the GM of this franchise, and of course, everyone else in charge of this choice, thought it was a great idea to move on from Luka Doncic. I mean, unreal stuff. This trade hasn't really ended very well for Dallas. And I feel for Mavericks fans who are really going through it. I wouldn't be mad at you guys if you decide to switch teams. I can't blame you if you decide to be Lakers fans because Luka is playing in LA. It's totally justifiable until this ownership and GM decides to actually take their team serious and show the fan base that we want to win. I don't see a reason to stick around. Yes, you could say, well, we might get Kevin Durant. Okay, you've got KD and Anthony Davis, and you're hoping that Kyrie Irving gets healthy on time. And on top of that, you hope that AD and KD can stay healthy. It's just a recipe for another failure. And yikes, Luka just absolutely torched him tonight. He had a step back three on Anthony Davis. I'm like, man, that's quite poetic to shoot that over him. And then he obviously closed the game. And I know LeBron did his thing. I don't want to forget that. He did a great job in that fourth quarter to create that lead. And Luka just decided to hit that three and then layup, and the rest was history. So really happy for Luka. It was very emotional for him when they gave him that tribute shout to the Mavericks for doing that. But at the end of the day, this is just sad, especially if you have a player you grew up watching and you thought he would be here for another 10 years. To see him get traded for reasons that don't make sense. And then you have some fans believing that Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving was going to be a better fit. Well, look where we are now. And even if Kyrie stayed healthy, I still believe that Dallas would have ended their season just in a way where it's like, man, it's disappointing. And I don't think they would have ever won a championship. I know people try to make that argument, but I was like, nah, Dallas, no way. Maybe defensively they would have been elite, sure. But on offense, where you have to rely on Kyrie to generate shots consistently, Anthony Davis needs the ball in the paint. I just don't see that working out. Would have been fun to watch, but you just don't make these moves and think it's a good idea. It's like trading away Nikola Jokic for a bag of chips, or trading away Abdul-Jabbar in his prime, or Larry Bird or Michael Jordan, and saying that, well, these guys don't care, they don't want them to stay in shape, and they're not really engaged with their craft or whatever reason to justify moving on from generational talent. You just don't do that. Dallas is getting what they deserve. And again, I really feel for the fans because they don't deserve this right now. And I'm glad they booed Nico. Hopefully they keep that up because he deserves every type of feedback. I mean, I'm sure the fans tonight are just either coping, trying to say, well, maybe next year. And I'm sure there's other fans like, this team is done, and just either sell it or just rebuild because it's a tough scene to watch. And imagine Klay Thompson right now. You leave Golden State, you come to Dallas, and the season's not even over yet. The superstar talent you joined got traded away, and Kyrie Irving's out for a period of time. That's just a tough blow. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I'd love to hear your thoughts about Luka Doncic's 45-point performance tonight and his return to Dallas. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.